This is the polymer clay that I purchased. I did get it on Amazon, and I'll have links below for that. And these are the molds that I use to create these polymer clay embellishments. I did bake these at 275 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 minutes. So this is my first attempt at polymer clay. I'm not very good yet, but I'll get there. So we are going to use this with sublimation today. So we are going to be making some earrings and a gift tag. Here you get a good look at the size of these. So the earrings are a little less than 1.5 inches, and this tag is about 3.5 inches and a little over 2.5 inches wide. These are sublimation ready earrings, so you can see here that I started to remove the film. You have to remove the film on both sides of the earrings. And then here is just a plain piece of wood. This is not sublimation ready. It is just a plain piece of wood. I got these on Amazon. Both of them actually I'll have a link below for. I started in my Creative Fabrica account. I have the all access, and I found these green and purple digital papers. I'll have a link below for Creative Fabrica. I thought these would look really cute with the color of the polymer clay that I'm using. So I downloaded this, and now the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open a Word document. I'm going to go to layout here, and I'll switch orientation to landscape so that you can see it clear here. And I have a pre-select margin to 0. So now I'm going to insert one of these papers that I downloaded because that's going to be for the earrings. And so let's get in here. I think it's number 7 in here that I picked out. So let's get that in. That is not the color that I was looking for. It's 3. Sorry, I picked the wrong one here. So let's insert, go back here and get number 3 here. I thought would look cute on those earrings. So I'm just going to bring this in. It doesn't need to be this big. So the first thing I'm going to do is go to my layout options, and I'm going to do the wrap and through because then I can move it around on the page here. So I'm going to make this smaller. So we do need a front and a back for both of the earrings. So I am just going to put this right here for now, because this is going to be what we're going to lay our sublimation earrings on to do the front and the back. We'll do the front first, then the back. I'll walk you through that in a bit here. So I'm just going to leave that there. That should be big enough. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use that same paper. I'm going to go into Canva, and I'm going to use a custom size here. I'm going to go to inches, and this piece of wood, this blank tag that I have, is about 3.5 inches tall and a little over 2.5 inches wide. So I'm going to go 3.75 for height, and I'm going to go 2.75 for width. So now I'm going to create a new design. And now I'm going to upload that paper into my Canva here. Go to my uploads here, the green and purple, find that number 3, bring that in here. And I'm going to add that to my canvas here. I'm just going to bring it all the way up and in like this. And the reason I'm doing this in Canva is because I want to add some text to this. I'm going to call it a gift tag. So I'm going to add a text box here. I'm going to write to, and then I'm going to space, and then from. Now I'll stretch this out. Oop, looks like I have my cap locks on. Yeah. So let me fix that first. And I want to keep it. I'm going to do left side or left there. So I'm going to change this up. I had my cap lock on. So just let me to and from. We're going to make this smaller, but I just want to get this in here, and then we'll change the font on this. Gonna go here. I have a bunch of fonts that I uploaded from Creative Fabric. I'll have a link below for a video on how to upload fonts from Creative Fabrica into Canva. So now I am going to pick a font here, maybe this one, to and from. That looks pretty good. Now I'm going to go to Effect here, and I'm going to outline this. I hit Effect here, then I went to Outline, and I don't want that color, so I'm going to click on the color, and I'm going to switch that to white. And then let's see here, thickness, maybe thicken it up a little bit so that once it's on that raw wood, it'll look good. So now you could put a gift for you or anything like that. In fact, I might do that here. Um, get a special gift for you. And now I'll make the font smaller here so that that fits in there better. A special, whoops, wanted the whole thing changed there. So let's go here and change the whole thing. A special gift for you. And this one, I think I'll center more. So you could do either one of these. I'm going to do the to and the from, I think. I like that because then down in this area is where um, our polymer clay will be. So this gives a good spot for this to and from. Get it a little bit down further. And I think I like that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to download these. Hit share, download. I have Canva Pro, so I am going to raise my DPI up all the way. I'll hit transparent background, and now I will download these two, and then I'm going to add one of these to our Word document that we're going to be printing here. So I'll get this open here as soon as it's done. Not quite done downloading yet. Give it a couple seconds here. Big file, big, beautiful file. All right. It says it's completed, so let's go and look in our downloads here. Oh, yep, there it is. All right, so now I will extract these, get these extracted, and I will show you what they look like when they come up here. Move this over so you can see it. And I will get the view here. Extra large icons here, and there you can see them both there. A special gift for you and to and from. So I'm going to close this here, and we're going to get back to our Word document here. And I am going to insert pictures here. Go to downloads and to and from here. I'll just pull both of them in for now. Insert. And there they are. So now I'm going to do the wrap and through again here and on this one, just so that I can move them around on my page. I might do both of these. I only have one polymer design made for this raw wood, but maybe I'll make some more because I really like this color. So now I'll get this. I'm going to go into File, hit File here and Print. And then I'm using an Epson EcoTank 2840 that I have converted over to sublimation printing by adding sublimation ink. I have a video for that as well, converting my Epson EcoTank. And it says offline here because I do use a printer cable when I print. And so when I take my laptop to my printer, I'll just hook that up. I like to do that in case the Wi-Fi lags at all so that my designs don't get lines in them. So I'm going to go under printer properties here, and I'm going to make sure I have premium presentation paper mat selected, and I want high quality. I am using htvront 125 sublimation paper for this. And then under more options, I am going to under image options, I'm going to emphasize more and emphasize thin lines. That is just a preference of mine. And then you want to make sure that you have bidirectional turned off here, and you want to be mirroring your image. Let's see, get bidirectional off, mirror image, hit OK, and I will get this printed and then we will get started on pressing. All right, so we have a perfect fit. I did not know that these were little hearts on this design, so let's hope they're small enough that they're not noticeable. But anyway, it's still cute. So we will get ready to press. We are going to be pressing 385 degrees Fahrenheit for 60 seconds. So I've got my htvront auto heat press 2 heating up here. We're going to do 385 degrees Fahrenheit, 60 seconds, 170 pounds of pressure. That's very firm. And I am using my silicone mat. I'll have a link below for this. I add a silicone mat to the pressing mat that came with my press because it gives me so much more pressure and control. Now I have taped my earrings, my MDF Sublimation Ready earrings, and my wood blank in place. Now I'm going to add them to my press. Now I have a piece of protective paper. I'm just using copy paper on my pressing mat. And now I have turned over my design, which is taped to my wood. So this is the way that I'm going to be pressing this. We are almost up to temperature here, not quite yet, but I just wanted to note that the earrings and the wood are the same thickness so that I can press them at the same time. Otherwise, I would typically press pieces of wood if they are different thicknesses. I would not press them at the same time. All right, we are up to temperature, so let's get this started. All right, it just finished. So that looks good from this side. So I will get these unwrapped. I do let my Sublimation Ready MDF cool down before removing the tape. The plain wood piece turned out great. All right, here are the earrings too. So now it's time to get the sublimation on the other side. Again, I've got these taped down in place with heat-resistant tape. And now the earring, the second side, is ready to go. Again, 385 degrees for 60 seconds. Second press complete. Here you can see the color difference from the raw wood to the Sublimation Ready blanks. This is a little more crisper and clear, but still, all in all, this really sublimated well. So we'll get these earrings put together. So here I've got my earring findings. So we will start with that, putting the earrings together first before we add the polymer clay. I decided to add a second ring onto these findings because I think it will keep the earrings straight. Yes, I think that will hang much better. Now before gluing these in place, I just want to make sure that they look good. When I researched polymer clay, it said that a gel adhesive would be best, so this is the one that I purchased. Now we will let these dry, and then I will add our design to this as well. All right, that design is glued on as well, so we'll wait until these dry, and then I will finish the tag. I added a hanger to this tag after it had dried completely. And I think these turned out great for my first time using polymer, but the gel adhesive stuck really, really well. These look amazing. I'm really happy for my first time using polymer. Please leave me a comment and let me know what you think. Items that I've used in this video, I will have links below. Please like my video and subscribe to my channel for other upcoming videos.